Welcome to this week's mantra breathing with Sandra Ray, and this week is on Ganesh, the remover of obstacles. Ganesh is the elephant god that you often see depicted in India and around the world, and I think that more of us are relating to him, even if we're not Hindu. He's a good little guy to have on your side. I actually, I carry a few little pocket Ganeshes with me. Here's one little pocket Ganesh, and I keep it in my pocket all the time. And whenever I feel like I need a little bit of a boost to take away an obstacle, I kind of reach in there and grab him. And Sambhavi has a Ganesh ring. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So I keep them pretty near all the time. I know sometimes when we're at an airport and the tickets are a little bit, they got a little problem with the ticket or our baggage, I put them out on the counter and usually I get through that pretty well. So Ganesh, I wrote this little book, the Little Ganesh book, a number of years ago, and you can get it on Amazon, Marcus Ray, Little Ganesh book, and it's full of like 154 short one-page meditations, and I'm going to read a few of them today. I think you'd find it. Also, it's pocket size. You can keep it in your purse. Inspirational, give you a little uplifting in a moment where you need it. This is number 62. Ganesh is the embodiment of a movement that has divine purpose and cannot be deterred by distraction. It is fitting that his elephant nature symbolizes a single function that removes any obstacles. He is so strong in the animal kingdom, not even the lion can threaten him, nor stop the actions of his nature. Therefore, the elephant becomes part of the attributes of God that give strength and steadiness, that is determined to fulfill its mission, that has faith in higher forces which reveal the way. Ganesh is the carrier of destiny, always on track with the divine. So I'm just going to open to pages that are random. I don't have anything planned. I'll just see what Ganesh wants to reveal to us by a random selection. This is number 85. When the mind lets go of all conflict of any kind, the real purpose of life comes forth. It is an action of deep and abiding peace. It is not so concerned with doing, but with undoing anything not at peace. Perfection is a state of being that is always present. The vision of this perfection is an inner knowledge independent of the senses. Perfection does not need to correct anything. I need only let go of the desire to fix myself. What is perfect right now, in whatever form, is manifested. This is number 45. Freedom is instantaneous when you see this. To admit I don't know how to escape, yet with the conviction that escape is necessary, invokes a higher part of the mind. Then other resources are available. God is the strength in which I trust. This strength is in us, but not of us. Therefore, humility and gratefulness are the keys to activating this strength. In this strength lies all freedom, and it is available right now to liberate us. Can we accept it? Do we want freedom above all else, or do we want our problems? We get to choose. Some of you mentioned getting free of the family mind. Well, this one's on that. Number 30. The family mind has a grip on the way we live and think. Not only are we affected by how others in the family treated us, we are also affected by how we treated the family. The family mind needs to be transcended, or it can be an obstacle to self-realization. Outgrowing the family mind does not mean running away from it, but rather looking at it with the eyes of forgiveness. To step out of the family mind without judging it is the most challenging act of forgiveness. You know, I'm editing and finished editing this book we just wrote, Revolutionary Spiritual Healing. And one of the sections dealt with releasing the family mind and also other shadows. You know, Amaji, the hugging saint, one of our master teachers, said that everyone who decides to go on this spiritual journey or ascend or evolve, they have a desire for liberation in this lifetime, will have to deal with three major shadows. She said there's the family shadow, the personal shadow, and the religious shadow. And most of us have conditioning around those things. And we deal quite a lot with those in breath work. You know, the personal shadow is our personal lie. The family shadow is all the things we talk about in the LRT. And then the religious shadow is what were we conditioned as children to think about God and the church, and you know, it's our religious conditioning, and much of it was false because it maintained guilt as real. So we were very grateful when we found the Course in Miracles and it said, your true essence is innocence, not guilt. So we have a really good place right now. We have a lot of tools to help us overcome these shadows. And that's one of Ganesh's functions, to help shed light on our inner life and help us to release the family shadow, the religious shadow, and the personal shadow. This is number 56. This is like a prayer to Ganesh. The strokes of your love come to me as I follow the movements of the brush that lays down colors of pure joy, the ones that compose your face ever and ever again in the light of liberation. Free are the lines in the countenance that inspires me. I apply paint to the portrait of your holiness. The thin glaze of bright orange is the sunlit nectar that washes my intentions clean and sparks the glow of molten strands flowing to your shoulders of glee. You remove me from my troubles. Without them, I receive your love upon the pages of my heart. On the pristine parchment, the words flow into script to reflect your presence in the holy book of appreciation that gathers in my chest. It lives and throbs on each leaf of words held to serve only you. My pen is the tiny tool transformed to record a poignant moment of deep listening. How can I love you more in this action of scribing my joy? This is 126. I wrote this in Bali. Bali is Hindu in Indonesia, which is like thousands of islands, Bali is the one island that's Hindu in its focus. All the rest are Muslim. So I wrote this in Bali, where Ganesh is very present. Ganesh is worshipped here in Bali because the religion is primarily Hindu. The removal of obstacles is sculpted in the local stone, and his presence is seen in many of the temples, large and small. Also, in the doorways to many buildings are two flanking demons. Perhaps they are to protect the inside with a scary nature and keep evil from entering the abode. These guardians are often wrapped with a black and white checked cloth, given incense and offerings daily. The worship of these deities appears behind the scenes, but out of the corner of one's eye, an aware visitor can see locals honoring the divine. The ornamentation on the traditional Balinese temples is dense and intricate, an interweaving of floral and geometric forms. So dense, there's no room for empty space. But what is very interesting is the openings to the temples. The inside surfaces of the entries are perfectly flat, as if to give the columnar space between the two sides a strong impression of a pillar of pure space. A pillar of light is akin to Lord Shiva, with no beginning and no end. But these pillars of pure space in the entries to the temples are metaphors for the vertical nature of Shiva's power. 129. I receive what I give. Ganesh, please remove from all that I give anything but love. If the form of my love looks tough and confronting, please remove that tinge of attack from my voice and help me to deliver your vision in only ways that help and soothe. Let me not assume I have a right to confront people. Let me not hurt nor cause pain. Allow me to always correct myself first, and then I may be a clear channel for your divine love. Please remove the obstacles to love before I know they are there. Be my guide and my friend, a reality to me and not just a projection of belief. Come into me and give me clear vision of my holy direction. 131. The mood and feelings that I choose affect how I see the world. Today I can accept a joyous world and feel the love of God within me. Everything I receive I ask for because my thoughts are the determiners of what comes to me. O Ganesh, remove the thoughts I do not know I have which draw to me negative or painful experiences. Allow me to see these as opportunities to forgive. Remove from my mind all thoughts that hurt. Be my protector and friend. Bring only joy to me, because you are the embodiment of joy. To you, Ganesh, I bow. Jai Ganesh. I wrote this in the airport. People are everywhere waiting for the plane to depart, in anxious waiting for the right timing, knowing well the strong possibility of delay. And we, amidst the crowd of passengers who find their patience stretched, sitting on edge, surrendered to a timeline of new surprises. We may very well miss our next flight. So I pray to Ganesh to keep our motion home in flow and allow my mind to accept the way things are. On the flight now, miles above the middle states of endless arid space, I accept what is, and my heart is restored to calm. 142. Into this little book, my mighty Ganesh, you go by the hand of words, those touches of telepathy from the mind of your cosmic charge, to remove all obstacles that hinder total absorption into your love. I beseech this absolute power you wield to cut through all my resistance, all my self-imposed barriers to truth. Annihilate all my falseness. Obliterate my deceptions that fool my mind and prevent me from knowing you. I invite you totally to take over my life and lead me on your great back to my true self. All right, so just keep taking those deep breaths. Breathe in love. Exhale fear. Breathe in the divine power, the divine strength, and exhale that obstacle that you all expressed you wanted to let go of. Just bring that to mind. Breathe it out on the exhale. Breathe in Ganesh, the remover of obstacles, and breathe out the obstacle. And just for a moment, have the faith that this is an actual happening. It's not wishful thinking. And that Ganesh is not just a mythology. Ganesh is not just a fantasy figure, an idol. Ganesh is a source of power, a source of compassion. It's that part of God that knows our dilemma, knows our problem, knows our weakness, and through the grace of the divine power, we can move through that obstacle. We can overcome that obstacle with this greater strength of God. There's a lesson in the Course in Miracles that says, God is the strength in which I trust. And there's another lesson that says, there's nothing my holiness cannot do. So when we're in touch with that strength, that divine strength, we're very close to the energy of Ganesh that can remove any obstacle, that can overcome any problem, get around any roadblock, give us the faith in ourself, in our own abilities, our own divine strength to manifest what our desires are. So just call on that Ganesh power with your breath, that elephant power. Gives you clarity, gives you strength to overcome, gives you a tenaciousness to stay with it. Not give up. Babaji said, faith is everything. So can we trust that the strength of God is there for us to remove the obstacles, help us in time of need, meet the need, exceed the need, give us surplus so we have something of our own to give. We're not just surviving. We're not just making ends meet. We have abundance flowing in. And the abundance takes care of our own needs. And then we have abundance to take care of someone else's need. And those situations will come to you So yes, we take care of ourselves first. We always have to take care of ourselves first. And then in the abundance of what Ganesh and those divine forces give us, we have a surplus. And out of that surplus, we have something to give. And that's our divine service. And that's what fulfills us in our destiny. Love, which created me, is what I am. Well, I'm expressing the love, I'm extending the love, but I'm also loving myself, and I have all my needs met. And this divine abundance is coming in, and I have surplus, and I have something to give. So my whole life is this action, receiving and giving, receiving and giving, receiving and giving. And in that, we can overcome any obstacle. Ganesh is there. So just keep breathing and go a little bit deeper. Try to take 10% more inhale. On the inhale, a little bit more energy. Just push yourself a little bit more to take in a little bit more energy. The obstacles to happiness seem vast, and life is riddled with problems, yet the remover of obstacles is within us to restore our minds to an indestructible peace and joy. The myth of Ganesh becomes real at the instant we banish the impossible from our vocabulary. Forgiveness is the greatest remover of the impossible because it erases the memories of doubt formed out of the ruins of failure. Destiny denies obstacles as well, because what is willed to be must be, or it is not a part of destiny. Forgiveness removes, and destiny moves us forward into the mystery of a life action. Action is not of thought because it emanates from the unknown. Factors of which we are not specifically aware come infinitely into play. This is beyond our thinking and is a force of life. Therefore, an action is the highest movement we can take because it originates from a state of mind that is not subject to obstacles or limitation. Action is a movement of infinite possibilities. Action is always giving itself to the wholeness of life. Rains fall to nurture all the living things of the earth. Air surrounds the planet with an atmosphere of breathing substance. The person who is of action does what he does for the benefit of himself and the greater whole as well. He or she gives and receives what is given. One who gives love receives more love. One who forgives can be forgiven. This is a law of love. Earth, sea, and sky are blessed with light and the space to be. These are the elemental gifts our Creator has given to us freely to enjoy without cost. Love provides these elements that support life, and we are always receiving them, no matter what our state of gratitude may be. Gratitude induces a sense of joy. Recognizing what is needed is already given. Therefore, gratitude is a major part of the action of life, perpetually giving. The major obstacle to a life of gratitude is fear and all the memories we hold in our minds that activate and justify fear. Fear and gratitude cannot coexist. Each denies the other. So we must decide to be in the reality of love, which only knows gratitude. This decision casts out fear. Without fear, the mind can be at peace. Then perception is ruled by a higher observation. It has the power to heal and restore. It can invoke miracles to undo the effects of fear. Like the gentle force of a sea breeze, the wind of forgiveness blows away the hurtful memories that have accumulated in the atmosphere of our minds. The empty nature of the sky and the sea brings solace to the land of thought. Only with thought do we make judgments and fears that cloud over the joy of the clear blue sky. The mind is happy to be emptied, for the breeze to blow away the obscuring overcast. Then the true nature of the mind can be joyous from the light of day. I wrote this in Mallorca, you guys. In Mallorca, the light of day is bright and the air is warm, but the sea breeze is always blowing, so the heat is not oppressive. Little lagoons and bays dot the coastline. Hotels and homes are built on the hillsides above the sea, with balconies and verandas that give people a place to view the remarkable vistas. There is leisure here, and the people are happy. The roads are good, and the economy looks prosperous. A visitor is impressed by the pure elements of nature. An island accentuates the relationship of land, sea, and sky, the beauty of life. The rest from stress and problems which we seek is in our minds. Real rest is freedom from problems, a state of divine leisure. Nature is in a rest, even though its movements are vast and powerful. Rest has nothing much to do with sleep. In sleep, we go unconscious, but in rest, we are acutely aware of the peace surrounding everything. Rest is in the mind, which has no judgments about anything. When the mind is at rest in the present, stillness is observed, even in movements. To receive the joy and release of the miracles, one needs only to be attentive. Attention is a purer energy than learning because it does not have the motive of accumulating knowledge. To be attentive puts one in touch with the present, free of the past or future. In the present, the given is received. In the present, problems are dissolved. In the present, miracles and joy permeate all of creation. The true nature of existence is peace and joy. The duality of thought projects the conflict of opposites, but the peace and joy of the absolute are always present. One's mind has peace and joy in it, yet it also has conflict and sorrow. A decision must be made to transcend the lower regions of thought, to ascend to the emptiness of stillness, where the mind is full of God's love. Here, the true nature of existence is made apparent, one of peace and joy. We are alive to the degree we are happy. Joy, life is joyous, totally. In face of dire circumstances, life presents an opportunity to look past the obstacles towards the ascendance of happiness. Being sad or blue over physical conditions does not erase them. These conditions are showing us the thoughts that need to be released. Forgiveness is the only way to restore us to life. The state of pure joy is the only real state. We must ascend into it. We pray to Ganesh to remove the obstacles of the mind. Only thoughts get in the way of happiness. These obstacles can be removed by a willingness to see them for what they are, illusions, and then letting them go. The body and its physical events are only a tool for showing what is real or not real. Pain and sickness are merely the body showing us our minds believe separation is real. Health is the mind of God joining our mind and influencing the body in truth. In this action, separation is ended. I'll end on this one, 145. Where there is no illusion, my God, let me go there. You and your great son Ganesh, the elephant power that takes all doubt from me and pushes me forward to lead me to the absolute joy of my identity in you. I sing songs of endless adoration to this power that plummets me into a new life of divine purpose. You lead me past all meaningless diversions that are not the real road to truth. Only you open my eyes to the absolute. Only you grant the boon of total liberation. I bow to you and touch the feet of my brother, Ganesh. Hey, you guys, this was really beautiful. I hope you liked the mantras this week. Those ones I played in the middle, those are from an album called MC Yogi. I think you can download it. You can find it on Apple Tunes. MC Yogi. I forget the artist, but that's the name of the album. They're all about Ganesh and Hanuman, and they're kind of rappy. And the other one was Wah, W-A-H. She's a musician that plays a lot of bhajans. You can probably find that one too. It's Ganapatiye. That's like that's the mantra to invoke Ganesh. Gang Ganapatiye Namaha. Gang Ganapatiye Namaha. Gang Ganapatiye Namaha. So that was that one. Anybody want to share? We got 7 minutes. Anybody want to share?
There was so much joy. I really liked it. I really liked it.
Okay. Yeah. Robert was there rapping along too. I could tell he was in an altered state. Yeah.
Thank you, Marcus. I really enjoyed Family Mind from the Little Ganesh book. I think it was 30 or whatever. That was really powerful.
Thank you. Yeah, I have to read it myself. There's some wisdom for me in there too.
Yeah.
All right.
I just like the idea of just focusing on love.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's the real remover of obstacles, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That there's love in the universe. The love makes the universe work, and we are love. You know, a number of times in the Course in Miracles, it says, love which created you is what you are. That's your identity. And if we stuck with that, then problems dissolve. That's the real Ganesh. Ganesh is love. Love is the remover of obstacles. Yeah. Well, thank you all for being with us. We thoroughly enjoy these mantra breathes. It's like we look forward to them every week, and we're getting some good material to put up on the YouTube from them too. And we connect with you and keep our community around the world going. And join us anytime. Bring your friends. Always the same time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, USA. All around the world on Zoom. Yeah. All right. Well, God bless. Have a good week. Let Ganesh remove your obstacles. Let love remove your obstacles. Let forgiveness rest on all things. Don't get into conflicts. Yeah. Don't get into conflicts. Stay peaceful. All right. God bless. We love you.